Hey,
Hey-o!
oh shit. Hey,
Hey-o!
hey, up there.
And say hello to the podcast!
Hello.
The Hydra podcast with you, me, and the other... Oh!
Oh god. Quick, we need a medic.
Hey-o!
Oh, he's
With you,
good.
me, and the other guy. What is
Number 30
up?
something.
Oh my god, you with no shirt just makes you look like you have a very low, like,
Deep,
V-neck thing.
yeah, deep neck.
A very
You're
deep
absolutely
neck.
right. I'm
You
digging it.
choose where we go, but as you choose, how is your
Hey,
mind, your body, your soul?
I am a little bit of a mess. Here, come see where my mind takes us today. I've been go 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 is all, and it's been a lot of stuff that's happened, and a lot of responsibilities kind of piling up.
Hmm.
And it's been a busy week. It's been an emotional week, I think. We're always at the lighthouse. Let's go down by the beach here, but underneath the light.
Good spot.
We're rarely on the beach.
Responsibilities and emotionals.
Yeah, it's been quite a week, but it's almost at the end. I feel like the best part of it's gonna come rather soon, which is nice. I have stuff to look forward to.
Okay.
But I'll tiptoe and dip into more of what's been going on as we expand. But how about yourself? What's on your mind? How you been? What's your body up to?
My body's doing okay. It's not really doing any worse, any better.
Yeah.
Uh, my mind is doing all right. I think that hasn't gone any worse or any better. I think I understand it a little bit more, as in the last podcast, which that's cool. A little bit more of an understanding of myself.
Mm-hmm.
My soul has always been good. I think I have never
I
really.
think I think I'm a pretty cool guy.
I mean, I don't. It's never been like shattered or
That's
cracked or
good.
anything
Yeah.
like that. There's always been. It's my spark. It's always been just kind of there and
Hmm.
doing its thing. So I think that's doing just fine.
Hell yeah. Well, golly gee gosh. I
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm feeling wholly the same. Like I said, just been rather shaken. I today, for instance, had a doctor's appointment, and I actually had one on Monday as well, 2 days ago. Ooh, I'm telling everybody when we're recording this. Oh no!
They know
But
the time frames.
they know what day of the week. No, but I've had two appointments this week. The first one was like nothing. It was just like meet my doctor, basically do some like basic vitals and that sort of crap. But the second one, they were drawing blood, and
Oh.
like in the past, I've like had bad reactions before surgery when they put in an IV.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it was like purely nerves or what it was, but like I started to get like very clammy and kind of like dizzy, like right after they put in the IV or something like that before I had a surgery once. And when you have surgery, they don't like let you eat for like 12 hours or something before the surgery. No food, no water even. So it's like you're on an empty stomach, and if you have any sort of nerves and your stomach is like growling, it just doesn't mix well. But like I've had that bad experience, and I took that with me. And it's been so long since I've had blood drawn that I was like, what if something bad happens,
What's gonna happen to
But
me?
like I have a brain that just like races to like not always the worst, but I do consider it, and it gets stuck in my head sometimes. I can be a hypochondriac is like the thing,
Hmm. That's a big word.
but I don't know if I ever see that word right. Hypochondriac,
You see everything as
hyper.
hyperbole.
Basically, like you think to the extreme, you think the worst thing is
Yeah.
happening to you, at least medically. But they also had me like third in line to have blood drawn, so they're like, "We'll take you into the back room. It's about to happen." But I'm gonna do these other two people first, so you're gonna sit there and wait and wait, and it took so long, but actually it took no time at all. like in the grand scheme of things, but like my nerves just got the better of me. And by the time like they're drawing the blood, she was like, "How you doing?" I'm like, I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, I was like, I was almost like my leg was shaking. I just kind of had that like almost adrenaline kind of feeling where it's like, oh, I just couldn't sit still. And she just like kind of started talking to me. She was like, "Oh yeah, what do you do? Or do you have work today?" And I'm like, "No work today, thank goodness." She's like, "Oh, no work. That's nice. What do you do?" And like by the time she did that, I'm already like blood is being drawn, and I know that, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't really have to think about this so much, but it just got me like so, riled up. And I don't know if you ever feel that way. I don't feel like it's a phobia of the needles, but it's a phobia that I'm going to have a phobia of the needles or something like that. If that makes sense.
The
It's like
anticipation of something
layered.
going wrong.
Yeah.
I could,
I don't know.
yeah, I could see that as being a fear of just like, oh no, Murphy's Law is on my back today. Just,
Yeah. What if I faint? Then I'll look like a dumbass.
and then if I look like a dumbass, then that'll cause more things.
But yeah, it,
Look
it
like
went well.
if they take my blood out, they'll know they're in there.
Oh no, I have blood. Fuck. But it was chill. That was not the worst thing that happened this week, at least. Unfortunately, and this will be news to you. I don't know how you'll take this, but it hit me hard. One of my dogs passed away. We had to put him down
No,
this week
which
as well.
one?
Padfoot, who was
Is that
about
Big Bear or Black Clifford?
that's Black Clifford. He was a sweet
No!
boy. He was maybe 12 or 14.
Oh, well,
I,
he lived a
yeah,
decent life.
I think he was maybe about 12. But yeah, he had some rough medical complications toward the end, so it was better to put him down.
So how'd you take that? Did you take it as in it was really hard, or did you kind of see it as like it's time?
It all felt like very expected, predictable. It's not like the first pet I've lost, and not the first dog either. Very recently, or within the past few years, our bulldog died as well. But our black lab, the first black lab we got, we have a second one as well. Padfoot, he just started to get, to that point where it's like, oh, he doesn't really go up the stairs. He kind
Mm,
of has muscle issues. He's seeing the vet every now and then, and just the other day, like he was kind of like coughing, wheezing, and I knew my parents were trying to get him some like medicine and stuff. And so I'm like, God, like it really doesn't feel that well. And so I like was taking my time, and I was trying to be there for him when I was around, and I just kind of felt it. Like I feel like oftentimes you kind of know when it's getting close.
yeah.
So I'm glad I even though it's kind of a tough mindset, I'm glad I had that mindset beforehand
Hmm.
and enjoyed the time.
I,
Ah,
I, well, I, well, I don't know what the right words to say is to be like. At least you got through it. I feel like there's a better way to say it.
yeah, no, there's a lot of things that could have gone worse, and in those moments, there's always the feeling of like, oh, what could I have done better?
But how
But
long would
I
it have
I at
just
least don't
lasted
feel
it?
that. Yeah, and I at least don't feel like he was wronged or that did anything wrong or that my family did anything wrong. Like
Right. Sometimes it's
these things
just
happen.
the better option, even though it's the last option.
Yeah,
What do they say sometimes where it's like, sometimes the hard thing and the right thing are the same.
yeah, that's about it.
And yeah.
Sorry for a downer at the beginning,
No,
but
it's okay. I
yeah,
also have two related stories of that maybe, well, lighten the load a little bit. They're
yeah.
both of them were very older pets. One was my lovable white uh American Eskimo, Alu, that I've had since I was like 3. That was lasted so long, and she mostly stayed at my abuela's place because about half in her lifetime she went blind, so she
Yeah,
couldn't go anywhere else. She knew that house layout. She bumped her head a good
definitely.
amount of times, but she never hurt herself, and she never looked sad. She always kind of was just living life still, even if she was blind. Like if you went crisscross and she realized she could go on your lap, she would still get happy, like type
Hmm.
of deal. And she
Yeah.
lasted a long time. I think she was like she went to 14, and
Yeah, that's
it
great.
it's crazy, and it felt like any day it could happen, but she never had like complications. She can move, she can eat, she still had everything. And then one day I just got a message saying that she passed.
Yeah.
She passed just sleeping, which is amazing.
Fair,
But
yeah.
like when she passed,
Can't
even
ask
though
for any
she's
more.
my childhood dog, I didn't feel sad because I felt like I've had longer time with her than I should have.
I know, yeah.
I felt like I should have lost her like 2, 3 years before when she passed.
Yeah, it's like a pre-morning almost. Like you're fully appreciative of the time you've already had, and you've already come to terms with the loss before it's happened.
Hmm.
That's interesting. But
There was
yeah,
a
I remember hearing about that. That sweetheart.
there was another uh, thing as well with my mom that she when she thinks about it, she gets a little emotional that we had a black cat named Cleo that she
Hmm.
also was there while I was growing up, and she lasted a long time. She was there um, with through like four other cats because there was one cat with her that had an accident. Then there was another two cats after her. One being my brother's cat that I think passed because of a cancer related thing, which sucks.
Hmm.
And then another one that I think also had some health issue that just couldn't be fixed. I think it was something with the lungs,
Uh,
which
yeah.
is unfortunate. But then Cleo
That can be very
lasted
genetic.
lasted very long, and even though in her later years she got very bony, she still was meowing, still wanted pets, still ate,
Hmm.
and she just got old, and then she had to be put down. And the way she tells the story is that she had to put her down, and she was meowing a lot, like she knew something was gonna happen. And then
Yeah.
after she got put down, she went to her car and a butterfly flew by,
Oh.
and she thought it was her, and then it just flew away. And it was like, it was like a thank you almost of like
Yeah.
taking care of me before she flew away.
Very meaningful moment. You take those as signs.
Yeah. So
That's beautiful.
far, loss has been, at least with me, for things I've been connected with, has either I don't have an attachment that strong, I wasn't really told about it, or it was the right time. I think the
Yeah.
first time I genuinely felt something when I lost somebody was my papa, which is my abuela's dad,
Uh
because
huh.
he's always been so cheerful. I've had good memories with him. He always threatens that every time he comes over, he's going to play with my wrestlers, and he's like, "I'm going to play with them," and he can't do anything about it. It- he's just a joyful guy, and he lasted for a long time too, even through some injuries in his old age. But
Uh huh.
I actually got to go to my first funeral through him, and it was really hard seeing it go down.
Sure.
And one day, I still have it planned that I have his uh, cemetery still on my phone to one day go by and leave a wrestler on his tombstone. It,
Aw.
I had a dream that when I was doing wrestling school for a little bit, that maybe I would get popular enough to get a wrestler and do that, but
Yeah.
I didn't pursue that. So I'll
You
still
never
I'll
know.
still do it with the normal one.
That'll do at least. That's such a sweet idea too.
You know, I let him play it there.
Ah, yeah, it brings up a lot of I obviously memories, ideas. Some of them are very sad, but it does remind me of a one like kind of tangent which is, have you ever had like a smaller pet, something you keep kind of like in an
Like a
aquarium or
goldfish.
in yeah, a goldfish, a hamster, these things that just like never seem to last very long.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I
I
never
mean, I've
had.
definitely really. Oh my
No, I
gosh.
captured a cricket once, but then
Well,
I
that's
then I
good.
let it go.
Very fair. I feel like everyone has that experience of like catching a bug, putting it in like a cup or something with a leaf in a
Yeah.
stick, and you're like, I'm, I'm a
I'm
bug
a dad.
doctor. Yeah, this is my child now, taking care of them. But I'm feeding them fucking random plants. Who knows?
Uh-huh.
But I feel like everyone I knew had a hamster. I like that was a very
I wanted a
popular
rat
pet
for a
among all
long
my
time.
friends.
I still want a
Really?
rat.
Rats are super cool. They're very smart.
Yeah, that's what I was taught in my elementary school. There was a guy that brought a rat, and he showed
Yeah.
how cool and smart he was. And then
Oh shit.
even recently I've seen people have rats, and they give them little cars that they can figure out how to drive.
Yes, and I heard as a part of a similar study that the rats who drive cars and
Have
versus the rats
laws.
who well, there's like rats who drive cars and rats who are pedestrians who have to like avoid the cars. They do this like test. And the rats who are drivers and then later pedestrians experience more stress as pedestrians than the rats who were just pedestrians and had never driven a car. So
Oh.
that means that like knowing what it's like to be behind the wheel is already like difficult enough for a rat to be like, oh, I don't trust other rats to drive. you know, they're like, you got to be safe out here. Fuck,
I
if it
mean
were
those
me, I would trust
rats, am
me.
I right?
Yeah, rat drivers. God, am I right?
That's funny. But yeah, I've always wanted a rat. They've always like look kind of cute. They got long tails.
Yeah, some of the people think their tails are kind of weird. They're like skinny or like skin covered.
Yeah, but so is like a
I think they're
possum,
cute.
and I think possums are cute
Yeah,
too.
yeah, they're so fuzzy. I like anything really. I'm a big animal guy. I mean, I like spiders. I'm like, oh, look at the little guy. Look at the 8 eyes. Oh,
You can keep that one. There is some spiders. I think like the jumping spider that looks kind of cute, but
yeah,
then
like those are
I
pretty
always
cute.
fear that it's gonna go somewhere and I'd lose it, and then it's gonna pop up
Oh
and be
yeah,
like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Fuck!
ah,
Shit! I
yeah, that's
killed
a
it!
real
No!"
possibility.
But I've always kind
Oh,
of felt like that with things. Like there's like, say like a
with the small
cockroach.
pets.
When I see it, I'm like, "Oh geez, what the fuck?" But then when I know it's there, I'm like, "Oh, you're fine."
Yeah, there's like an instinctual response, but past that, it's like I don't really have an issue with you
I
being
don't like
there.
getting near it with my hands though. Still, like if I have a possible
Um,
chance, I'm gonna hit it with a shoe, or I'm gonna, if it's like
yeah,
happens to be in the shower, I'm just gonna fucking waterboard it.
that's fair. I mean, I as a kid at least used to be. I was like the guy who like I don't care. I'll pick up a cricket. Fuck it. I'll pick up a cockroach. Like, and not that I felt like I was showing off, but I was like, you guys shouldn't be scared to do this either. Like, it's just a bug. Wash your hands.
It's the
You know?
unpredictable movement that makes me uncomfortable. Like
Yeah,
even
it's
at
weird.
work, there was a kind of like last week. I think there was a moth that was stuck indoors and had like a fucked up wing.
Mm,
So it just
yeah.
kept banging against the wall, and I felt bad and wanted to lead it out, but I didn't want to get near it, and it flies all over my face, and I'm like, I don't know. So same goes for like any flying thing or skittering
Right.
bugs. I don't.
Unpredictable. Yeah. What if it goes up my nose?
What if what if it goes up my leg and I'd be like, ah?
Yeah. You're not supposed to go there. I feel you.
But yeah, I've
I
always wanted a rat. I still do.
I've I thought about that recently. What I've been really stuck on wanting is a bird. I like my grandma used to have birds. My dad used to care for birds like as a job, but like I've never had a bird as a pet. I know they're like messy and loud, but they just seem so cool and smart as well.
You're
They
cool and
live
smart.
hella long compared to like a lot of other pets though.
Did you know that?
Did I know what?
You're cool and smart.
Aw. Thanks, Sody.
Not a bird though.
No. Bird brain maybe.
Mm.
Ah. One thing I was thinking was another pet that I have lost, and I'm gonna try to remember this story properly, but it was a hamster. Like I said, I've had a couple of hamsters. I've known a lot of people with them, but my
Hamster.
first ever pet was a hamster when I was like fucking maybe 2 years old. Like some of my first memories are remembering. Oh yeah, I had this pet. He was a hamster, and because I was a big fan of the show Little Bill,
Yeah,
you know that like Bill Cosby
yeah,
show
yeah, yeah.
where it's like a little kid. He's like bald for some reason, just like Caillou.
Yeah.
But
The
he
Black
has
Caillou.
he's the Black Caillou, I guess. Yeah, he has a hamster, and his hamster's name is Elephant. So when my parents told
Aw.
me I could get a hamster, I called my hamster Elephant. And I think the funny part about it as a kid is you're like, oh, he's so small, but he's named a big animal's name. but I loved that. I used to like I remember having the ball that he would roll around in. I've learned since that that's not like the best way to play with them because they can bang their heads on the balls and hurt themselves. But as a kid, that's kind of tight. You're like, oh shit, he's walking around with me.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I also the only other real thing I remember is that we let my uncle like borrow him or care for him. I'm pretty sure it was more so like he wanted to take care of him for a minute. It wasn't like we were going away and he needed to take care of him. It
Uh-huh.
sounded like in my memory he wanted to play with him and hang out with him. And my uncle was maybe 10 years older than me. Maybe so he's
Mm.
like 11 or 12. He's in middle school. But my parents were like, "Yeah, sure." And that was like the last time I saw Elephant. I never like really found out what happened. That was like when I was way too young that my parents were like, he
He'll
went to a
forget.
farm upstate, or something like that. They told me some bullshit.
He joined
Yeah.
the
He
circus.
ran away. He joined
Uh,
the circus. Yeah. I somehow some days still think about what happened to that guy.
that reminds me too that there was like a day that I don't remember how I obtained it, but my mom's boyfriend at the time that I think they still live with each other. He doesn't do much. Like he's one that kind of saves his money, doesn't like spending, and doesn't experience
Mm-hmm.
things. So,
Me credit.
but even he's also a person that if he's like, I don't want to hang out with the dog or I don't want to hang out with the daughter, and then he ends up like really getting into it and being like, when's the next time they're coming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was once that, again, I don't remember how I obtained it, but I had like some type of fish. I want to say goldfish. They had a little container, and I gave it to him. I was like, "Here you go," and they're like, what do I do with this?" I was like, "I don't know. I just put it in your room and feed it a little bit sometimes.
Look at it.
Just I don't know. It's fish. It's low maintenance.
I'm fucking what do you care?
Just don't got to take it to the bathroom. It's just kind of there." It's like,
Mm.
okay, because I couldn't take it home. It's too long
Yeah.
of a drive to hold
You
a
just
fish tank the whole way.
re-gifting this.
So I just gave it to him. And then after a while, he was like actually taking care of it. He gave it names. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
within like a month, they're like, yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But
Not too
he had
long.
fun with that little bit of time. It was fun.
Yeah. I mean, even in the best case scenario, fish don't live very long at all. They reach like maturity within like a couple months, and then if they get much longer than that, you're lucky. But that like they can still be great pets. They really can. Any animal can.
It's a good start.
Absolutely. It can be a very good start if you're like not sure if you can commit to a long-term pet, as you might call it.
Hmm. If
Uh,
I do enjoy more of the exotic pet style than I do
yeah, I think that's neat. I
more
mean,
like a
I used to have
ferret or something like
yeah,
that.
I used to have
Speaking of, oh, I
an
thought this was me.
iguana that I didn't care for well enough.
Ooh,
Otherwise, I'd still have him.
I would like to get a cat just for the cat, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
because
Are you allergic?
no, I grew up
That's
with
good.
cats.
Oh, nice. I did
Um,
too.
It's because they can feed themselves, pretty much. They'll feed themselves to go to the restroom themselves, and then you can do it at any
Yeah,
time.
they'll moderate themselves too. A lot of cats won't overeat.
Hmm.
You just leave the bowl there.
So I feel like that'd be good. And the cat grew up with one that's still lingering around. They're an outside cat, so they'll just come back at night and be like,
Oh
"What's
yeah,
up?"
those are chill. I've had lots of those.
Yeah. But it's something I'm not looking anytime soon. I'm away and doing other shit too long, and I stay in my room too long to be able to consider raising anything. Although,
Yeah.
uh, Will recently got a lizard.
Oh, how cool! Do you know what kind? I love reptiles.
Let me see what he said, but he chased it pretty well. He's really cute, very tiny, and he calls him Nugget.
Nugget, like a little
Actually, I don't
gecko.
know. I think it. No, it's not a gecko. I think it is just like a lizard, like because a gecko has like a certain tail, don't it?
They got like a bulbous, yeah, kind of chonker on
Yeah,
their
this
tail.
this is more of just like a he moves in kind of like a wiggle way, and then
All right.
his tail just kind of like is the size of its end, and then goes to a point.
Well, I was gonna ask, did he like just acquire this lizard, or did he purchase
I
it?
think he just wanted a lizard, and then he got a lizard, something
He like,
to
yeah, but did he
have in
find
the
it
home.
outside?
Maybe
Like,
I don't know. He didn't really give
like
much detail into that.
that is so wild. Yeah, because it sounds like it could be just a wild ass lizard that he found.
I don't know. He had the pictures he showed. He had him being in like a little, not an incubator, but the exhibit little
Like a
home
terrarium.
terrarium. Yeah, he had
I think
one of
it's the
those.
right word. With the lights.
Yeah, he had
So
one of
he's
those.
prepared. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
I was a
sweet little
fucking
guy.
child. They should not have let me care for like an exotic animal. They gave me a fucking iguana when I was 11. Like, that's cool and all, but I probably should not have had him. I was busy with other shit.
I was happy with my dog.
Yeah, dog's a good pet. They're simple.
Yeah, but they're pretty funny too, which I think is a good segue to the best jokes ever, professionally tested jokes for people who want to be funny, made by my magic boss. You can find this on Amazon for $5, or you can listen to me fucking Sam
For the next 100
for the
episodes.
100 episodes. Rick and Morty, 100 episodes, best jokes ever told.
100 episodes of a miniseries.
Cameron, would you do me the honor and give me a page number? There is, to retell you, there's 200 pages. The second half is more the Maher section, and the
Mm-hmm.
earliest are the non Maher.
Well, I'm going to open this treasure chest and see if it gives me an idea for what number. How about cosmetic green beanie? Mean green bean. The green giant. GG. G is the sixth letter of the alphabet. Not seventh, actually. 77. Page 77.
77. Okay, one a little too far. Oh, here we go. It's the simple 1-2 punch type of jokes. Got
Mmm.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm going to want at least two of these. They're quick ones.
Okay.
Give me the last one on the page and the third one on the page in any order.
Okay. What is a giraffe's favorite fruit?
Uh, hmm.
5 seconds on the clock.
Shit. Tall fruit. Tall tree, tall top of the tree, long neck fruit.
Oh, so close. Let's give him
Shit.
a participation prize of 1 Hershey bar.
Good answer.
There
Yeah,
it
thank you.
is. Nectarines.
Ah, that's good. Ah, how did I not get that?
It's
Long
okay.
neck.
You might still win the grand
That's
prize of
good.
a trip to Target.
Oh boy,
How
I'm
did.
gonna get some
Oh, you'll
Starbucks
like
up.
this one. This is right up your alley. How did Darth Vader know that Luke Skywalker was. Know what. Oh, sorry. Let me repeat this. How did Darth Vader know what Luke Skywalker was getting for his birthday?
How? How strange. I don't know. How did he?
He felt his presence.
That's so silly.
Give me another page. Give me another page.
All right. Let me think. How about? Mm, it only goes up to about 200, right? A little shy.
Yeah, little bit, little bit.
Then I want 107.
107. Oh, what a number. What a number.
Thank you. I thought of it myself. I invented it actually.
Okay, there's only one, so enjoy that.
Okay.
It's right at the end of a section, so.
Okay, it's like blank the rest of the page.
The first page we've ever completed. Yeah!
Yeah. Woo.
Two old men
Milestone.
are sitting on a park bench talking about the problems with society today. One guy says, Look at all the young people getting pregnant these days. I've never slept with my wife before we got married. How about you? The other guy says, I don't know. What was her maiden name? I don't even get that one.
Saying I never slept with my wife before we were married, and he's like, "How about you? Have?" And he's thinking he's asking, "Have you slept with my wife before I married her?" And he's like, "What was her maiden name? Did I sleep with her?"
See, I don't even get
That's a
it still when
that's a
you
thinker.
explained it.
The guy thinks he's asking him if he's fucked his wife, and he's like, "What was her maiden name?" Like, I don't know. Did I? I might have. Like, she changed her name.
But so got
It's
married.
an
How
old
about
head ass joke.
never?
Do you want to give me a page?
Well, it's this section was called old age.
I was gonna say these are
So
old. They're about old
so
guys.
let me just gander on a shorter old joke, and maybe I just don't get this section.
I would love to test the waters.
So this is a little extra
These are
for you
like,
chicos. Three old men are standing on a street corner talking. The first guy says, "Sure is windy." The second guy says, "No, it's Thursday." The third guy says, "Me too. Let's go get a drink." Okay, I get that one.
that one's pretty simple, yeah.
Yeah,
That one
it's
felt a
not
lot
it's
simpler,
it's
actually.
not Wednesday. He's not
Yeah.
thirsty. I get okay, whatever. But if you want
Okay.
whatever jokes, go to Amazon and search up best jokes ever, professionally tested
Tried
jokes
and
for
tested.
people who want to be funny, made by my magic boss as my bookmark falls out of the book.
It's Magic
Get
Book.
it for $5 or just listen to me fucking ramble about it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm
You
sure
might
he
get
don't care
three
either.
on some episodes. Yeah, I care. I love jokes.
You can
I remember I
also
had a. Oh, please.
I was about to say you can also go visit the theater that he runs and get it physically for $20. What a bargain! And you can
Wow.
and as he says, you can pay for $20 and get his signature, which lowers the percentage by $1.
Yeah. No, that does add up.
Not the percentage, the value. That's what he
The
said.
value. Takes it up 5%.
What were you going to say?
What was I going to say? Good question. I
Mm-hmm.
should have held on to that.
It's only a podcast. It's kind of
Yeah,
what
it's
we gotta
only
do.
the whole point of what we're doing.
You know, I told somebody about a podcast, and they're like, "How have you gotten this many episodes without a topic?"
Yeah, I mean it's strange because like I definitely think of things. I'm like, oh yeah, I can talk about that. But um, there are definitely times when it's just easier to talk, and it surprises me how easy it is to talk sometimes because you would think without a topic you're just like, what are these guys talking about? I guess nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah, just like Seinfeld.
I was curious though. I don't know if this is what I was just thinking about, but I don't know if you told me about that guy that you saw that I think we talked about. You like had an event with Patrick Warburton that you were working for or nearby or with. Did you end up ever telling me about that? Did you end up seeing him, meeting him, talking to him?
Uh, I feel like I mentioned this, but um, it was. I did not get to see him. I did not get
Hmm.
to talk with him because the show started at like 6:15. He showed up at 6,
Holy, yeah.
so he was just going in, going out. But I feel like we did talk about this. At least his show wasn't good.
I really don't recall you telling me that. I feel like I would remember that.
Maybe it's because I told so many other people because everybody wanted to
Yeah,
know about it.
definitely.
But yeah, his show wasn't good, and the reason why it wasn't good is not because he wasn't a good person or he wasn't telling good jokes. He was just doing it wrong. And the way I was saying
Mm.
he's doing it wrong is one, if you know Patrick Warburton, aka Kronk or Family Guy Joe, he has a very low voice. So if he's constantly talking down here and talking in a way that makes you want to lay in your chair a little bit, you're gonna get a little bit sleepy or a little bit bored. And
Hmm.
what his jokes were, they were going like this. So the best way I can describe it is he was saying a joke about different bands, and the different bands he had one-liners for, and he started with like, you know that song Wonderwall by the Oasis? Yeah, fuck the Oasis. And then which is, whoa, first of all, fuck the Oasis. That's crazy. I love Champagne Supernova. And
Sound like
then
back in the
he goes like, Mick Jagger started uh, uh, Mick Jagger started a tour because somebody said he had sex with a man. Fleetwood Mac started fucking each other before they started fucking each other. This guy started doing this. This guy, like, it's going this fast. You can't catch the joke quick enough.
There's
And
not
if you
even
do,
time for a
he's
laugh.
5 jokes away. He's
Mm.
constantly going this speed, and so you can't. He doesn't breathe. He doesn't stop. Every
Yeah.
joke feels like a run-on sentence, and so you'd have no time to laugh. And
Mm.
I think why
Time is
he
everything.
was going this fast is because he always hit his mark. He always finished on time of what a normal show was, and he didn't cut anything out.
Yeah.
So he just tried to say it as fast as he
So
could to get
scripted.
everything in. And doing that made the joke not land because everybody's still listening to what they said before, and the
Mhm.
crowd is older, so they're not gonna hear it.
No way. Yeah.
Another thing that was a problem that the cat noticed, because the cat was there, is that he's
Mm.
not picking a time frame. He's not while he's going this fast, he's talking about things like Fleetwood Mac and bands like that. But then he also brought up how he thought he was helping stop racism by putting a black square on his Instagram page, which is such a bleep in the internet that
Yeah.
they probably don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Especially like old people, like even just because that was an internet specific culture. Like
Yeah, because
people are not
again,
aware.
he had good jokes where he was saying like, I never went to a Diddy party because I'm a D-list actor and I never get invited to the cool shit.
That's actually why.
That's a good joke, but he said it so fast and immediately moved on
Yeah.
that no one laughed at it. And it's pretty sad when we play Facebook memes on the pre-show that are like, what cows fart, derriere, and people are laughing at that more than his jokes, and it's really sad. It was
That is
sad,
sad. Damn.
and his response was just like, I don't think your crowd is meant for me. But
Oh, he
even
said that like after the show.
he said it to the host, my boss, but even my boss was like, he's just going too fast. It's not the jokes because he makes people that return and he says the same jokes to the people that return constantly laugh. So it's not
Hmm.
it's not the jokes, it's how he did it, which is a shame. Even I was getting tired. Like I had the like, oh my god, it's him. But then after a while, I was just like, what? And then I was getting bored and sleepy, and then
Tough.
bored. And he also had the problem where, for two other problems. One, it sounded very rehearsed, like very
Yeah,
rehearsed, which
sounds like it.
is every comedian has their lines, but you
But you gotta
can't do
deliver it
that.
right.
You can't have it be like saying the same cadence, saying the same delivery, saying like what you're saying is like a voice actor like he is. And he also
Mhm.
didn't lean very hard on what he is known for, which I think is fine. Like he's mentioned Cusco, he's mentioned Family Guy, he's mentioned um in his intro he was mentioned as joining Zootopia, but he didn't
Sure.
like lean on it hard. Like when he mentioned Emperor's New Groove, he was like, I almost got an Oscar or some award by doing my work in the Emperor's New Groove, but they gave it. I think he said supporting act in Emperor's New Groove, but they gave it to Chris Rock and no, not Chris Rock. They gave it to Eddie Murphy for Mulan, and I know why they did it. Black, but it's fine.
Was that his he
That
said
was,
that
that
during
was
the
the joke. He said black under his breath.
wow.
But that was a good joke with how he delivered it. But that's the only time he ever mentioned that movie, which is like when he shot up, which I feel like is a little bit like he never really mentioned his time in Seinfeld either. I think he
He was in
did.
Seinfeld?
Yeah, he was in Seinfeld for 8 episodes. He claims in his joke, but
Wait, he mentioned it in his joke, or he didn't mention it that
he
day?
mentioned it in his joke that he was there for 9 episodes
Well,
or
you
eight
just said
episodes.
8.
Sorry. Um,
You're tricking me.
but what was I saying? Oh yeah, another thing that he did that I've noticed some other comedians that come in there do is they punch down, and I think anytime you punch
Mm.
down, it doesn't work. All the
Yeah, you're
good
doing it wrong.
comedians make fun of themselves or make fun of an idea. They don't make fun of a group of people, a thing.
Yeah, especially like a marginalized group or something like that.
Yeah, because like I said, he said, Oasis, fuck Oasis, which I'm sure he doesn't mean that, but like, or maybe he does. I don't know, but it's
Yeah.
like that's weird. There was no like follow up to that. I think he said there was, but it wasn't like a joke. It was
Yeah, I don't
just a
know.
setup for the
There's
other
definitely
ones.
sometimes people just love to hate, and like that is the joke. That is the funny part. It's like just make fun of it.
Yeah, like if I think of Regan or Seinfeld, it's like they don't make fun of specific people. They make fun of the idea of the scenarios of people.
Yeah, definitely. Or like you said, when like comedians will like represent themselves as like a hey, like Rodney Dangerfield comes to mind. I get no respect, you
I
know.
get no
I'm just a
respect.
guy, you know. That's a very
My wife told
appealing.
me to come over. She's not home. I came over. She's not home.
Nobody's home.
Tell you, I get no respect. But yeah,
I-
that was the experience. Well, but
That
I
is
did get a signature. I got a signature on a card, which
oh
her
pretty neat.
his lovely manager that did everything. She was amazing.
Oh yeah, you got to pay for a good manager in the show business. At least have good PR with that.
Very nice. Talked to the friends that wanted to see him. Talked to the friends that knew him. Made sure I got that card signed. Blah 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 blah. Very nice.
Right on.
Um, Besides that, I could have done without going, which is very sad.
Yeah,
But I got to see him. I can't take it away that I got to see him in a small
for
form
sure.
and I got a signature I didn't have to pay for.
Yeah.
But speaking of other experiences of meeting people, I know I've talked about it a little bit on a versus that might come out shortly, but the GameStop interaction of that guy, I remembered more things that he said. to get you up to date, because this is
Oh
gonna come
yeah,
out
we freaked out.
before
This
the verses, I'll be a
weirdo.
little bit of an outline. There was this here again. PSA: don't be a scumbag. When they say
Yeah.
no or they don't acknowledge, leave it alone. But there was this guy while we were trading in consoles to get a Switch 2. There was this guy that was coming in with a PS5 that was being very stingy and treating the GameStop like a pawn shop, being like basically being like Cartman in South Park. That was, it is like, you're busting my balls here. And it
Yeah.
just straight up just being like, oh, is that all you can do? It just bringing this dirty PS5 with a lot of dirt and fucking whatever. And
Yeah. You said it's technically defective because they have to clean it.
yeah, you have to clean it longer than like 5 to 10 minutes. And he was like, really? And then he found out he was gonna get the PS5 trade in for like 110, and he's saying comments of like, oh, is that just your pricing or what? And then which is crazy because it's GameStop and it goes on a fucking computer. She's doing it on a
Yeah,
computer.
she's just reading it off a
And
screen.
then
But
he says things of like, I can go to another GameStop and they'll give me more, and it's not true because it's on a computer and it's a
yeah, no.
GameStop, not a fucking pawn shop. Um, and then thinks about selling his PS5 controller, gets a low ball, doesn't consider it anymore. Has a folding phone that goes into like a wider screen, thinks of considering selling that. As she's doing the process, she finds out that it's half the screens are fucking broken, so it gets demoted really far down in the pricing. Still wants to sell it, but then as he's doing all this, he is flirting with her in the most scummy way. He asked him,
He
after
almost-
work, you doing anything after this? Let's go get a dinner or something like that. And she goes, I'm just trying to work, man. And that should have been the first sign. Stop. That should have been, that's it.
You're doing something wrong.
And
That's what
then
that means.
I didn't tell you this other stuff because I stopped it there, but I remembered other things he said. And another thing he said was just like, I think I told you this one of, your boyfriend must be really lucky. So I guess he must have asked again to know that she has a boyfriend. And she just goes, yeah. And she's giving reactions that are very subtle but very professional of just like, stop talking about this, dude. I'm just trying to give you the get out. And then the last thing he said that I heard that I didn't tell you, which is the most kind of disgusting one, is that he said, yeah, I had a girlfriend, and she was white, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Latinas now. It's like, ew, stop.
Don't finish your transaction with this man.
Obviously, and she immediately, like, I'm in a gay relationship. I lean a little by. She is very attractive, small, petite, gamer girl, has glasses, short hair, colored hair. She's very attractive.
Is that like why he said that?
Yes.
That's like very apparent.
She's very attractive, quite the catch, and very good at her job. But what the fuck? Don't do this. And he was very like Cholo-esque and like had a gold chain and kind of didn't know what he was talking about with the gaming side and just kind of expected things to happen.
How weird, yeah. Like I said, he just sounded so entitled, and it befuddles me how you get that way, and how like you can't take no for an answer. Like, what the fuck?
It was just so scummy. PSA: don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Unless you're being cute about it. Like, unless you feel there's an energy of like she's talking with you and you both are being like, man, you're really good at, like, as if you brought somebody to the carnival and you're both like hanging out that type of way. High school crushy. Don't, if it's like that and you feel this a certain way, do it. But if you just met them, don't fucking, you can do the one shot, and if the one shot's completely declined, stop.
Yeah. Definitely don't try again at that day, you know, like at least give it some time. And if it is like a no, especially a no untaken, then dude, or bruh or brother or bruh, if you will. Pack up. What the fuck?
Pack up. Go
Pack up
visit
and
the
leave.
world a
You need
little
to
bit.
leave. Yeah, hit the road, Jack.
But speaking of weird people, something happened to me today. And it
Oh,
was another gentleman while I was working. He was walking by uh, around to give you a layout of my hotel a little bit. We have the parking structure, and the parking structure is kind of a ways from the hotel lobby. So you have to go in between these two little buildings, then take a right, go past the pool and the restaurant, and then you'll find yourself at the lobby. So a lot of people, when they park, they ask the question of how can I get to the lobby or how can I get to my room? And I'll let them know. And this guy stopped, went to ask me a question, and he's like, "Hey, bro, I have a question. Uh, do you work for the hotel?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I work for the hotel." And he's like, "Cool." And then I'm expecting him to ask me how to get to the lobby, but instead he says kind of quietly, he's like, "Do you know if this place gives out condoms?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Do you know if they give like complimentary condoms?" And I was like, "Whoa, dude!" Like in my head, I'm like, "What? What? Are you, huh?" And I simply went like, "I don't know, man," uh,
I
because
would use it
Because I'm pretty
myself.
sure, big no. You probably have to go to the gift shop at most to get your
Yeah,
condom. But like
at most, dude,
complimentary?
it costs money.
I don't know any hotel that gives it complimentary.
Yeah, like unless that hotel is like we're the hotel where everybody fucks,
The
like
fucking no-tell motels.
something like that. Like, yeah, like if they know people are fucking and that's like why they're renting rooms there, then they might fucking have some condoms. But if you're at a nicer hotel or like a resort, even, I don't think that's a thing. I've
Yeah.
never heard of that. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, I was completely thrown off. I was like,
You're like, what?
First of all, you're asking a stranger if this hotel has condoms,
Were,
but
were you an apparent
complimentary?
employee? Were you in uniform or anything?
Yes.
Okay,
This
then
guy
you
was just coming in. I don't even like, is that a tag that you need? Like, if I'm gonna book, I need a book with condoms. Like, is that why you're
understand.
here? Like, I'm
It's
here
like
to fuck
I
and
need to know
leave.
right now. They're about to show up immediately.
It was just so weird.
I need to know if I need to hit DoorDash real quick.
I need to know if I need to visit my Walgreens before I go to the room.
Dude, DoorDash will hit it for you. I've delivered pregnancy tests, things like that. Like, well, this person needs this now. I'll be quick.
But yeah, I had that experience. I feel like I had another experience that was
Very funny.
strange, but I can't think of it at this moment. Have,
Hotel experiences can be funny. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, have you had a weird experience that you can recall?
Um, Weird experience. I'm trying to think. Um, Today actually something weird happened. I mean, it's one of those like classic. We've all been there, but we were walking out of Walmart, Sids and I, and this person's like screaming across the parking lot, like trying to get someone's attention. And I kind of look around me, and there's fucking no one like around me. There's no one in the parking lot. I'm the only person on this side of the parking lot, other than my girlfriend. And they're like screaming at me. It's like this older looking lady. I try to get a better look at her face. She like she seems uh she seems like really like fucking
Out of it?
tired or
Oh.
old or like yeah, like she did seem kind of out of it. Like she seems kind of like loopy, like wobbling back and forth. I was like I don't know who this person is. They almost like they seem like a threat. Are they shouting at me? I'm like, what the fuck? You know? And I'm trying to hear the name while I'm also talking to my girlfriend that they're shouting, but they're like, so something. I'm like, that doesn't sound like my name. It's like Eric, something like that. I'm like,
Hmm.
that's definitely not me. But they keep shouting it, and I'm like, who the fuck else could it be?
Maybe they
I just,
thought you just looked like them. I don't know.
but I know a lot of people, and I was like, is this a teacher that like I was just teaching with that I don't recognize that well? But I just kept walking. I feel like I'm the kind of person to to just ignore. But I did for a second. Like I waved just in case. I'm like, "Are you talking to me?" And I'm like, "Fuck no! I'm gonna keep my head down. Walk in."
just reply like, what, and then just turn around and keep walking.
Just freak them the fuck
Speaking
out.
of fucking Walmart, can they get their shit together? Can we fucking update the toilet aisle, please?
The toilet aisle?
No, the toy
What do you mean by
aisle.
that? Oh,
Sorry.
the toy aisle.
Can we
Oh,
fucking do
shit.
that? The
Toys
wrestlers
are funny.
haven't been updated for like 2 fucking years. There's people that are
Damn.
there's AEW toys on both Walmarts that I go to that are still there that haven't been in the company for 2 fucking years, and they're still there. And I'm looking at Instagram and they're like, "Oh my god, the new WrestleMania coming up means that there's the fucking Walmart WrestleMania palette with new wrestlers." And I'm looking at mine and they're fucking empty in the aisle. And I'm like,
Mm.
what the fuck is going on here? Same goes for like all the other ones. Sonic's not getting updated. Pokemon not getting updated. But you know what is? Fucking Skibbity Toilet. They got so many
Oh
fucking
my
Skibbity
god.
Toilets
Yeah.
on the wall. I can't fucking take it.
Bullshit. Oh my skibbity toy. How are people still into that even? I haven't heard about that.
I don't know. There's still
I
Funko
just see them
Pops
on the
being made of
shelf.
this fucking thing.
There's still Funko Pops being made in 2026.
I have no fucking idea. Apparently, the guy that ran Skibbity doesn't have ownership of what happens with the merchandise. It's some other brand that just fucking mass produces.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So they can do whatever they want.
Holy shit. That's a take. I don't know. I know many people that just sell off all their commercial rights like that.
But yeah, it's just what the fuck? Why?
Yeah,
We know
fucking
you
A.
have it. We know you get it.
I was they like it sounds like all the stuff they have there is the shit that just like never sold. They're just like hanging on to this like fuck well, now what do we do? But is it like new stuff with old wrestlers?
No.
That was just that old stuff lingering around
It's that
lingering around.
they never leave. And then, like, I don't understand why sometimes they decide to take a figure that doesn't sell, put in the clearance, but yet all these other ones just stay here. Why do they stay here?
Yeah, what do you like that's why fucking discount stores exist. They still sell off all the bullshit that never sold at Walmart
Like,
to other random stores.
I feel like there's a reason why Target now is going to start slowly converting into a or like get more into the card collection stuff because Walmart's fucking
Yeah.
dropping it. They have exclusives, but they have way less exclusives than Target does, and Target's
Really?
embracing it so much more. Supposedly, there's a
sure.
report that cards alone, well, maybe not just cards alone, maybe collectibles with it, but they have gotten an increase in profit by 70% by just this, that they're gonna fucking go all in with it. They have Funko exclusives, they have wrestler exclusives, they originally had Sonic figure exclusives. That
Yeah.
like there's a big shift for this, and they're pretty good at keeping up to date on these stocks because they have less
Yeah.
shit in their store, so they're easily able to see when things are low. And it's so sad that, well, maybe it's a good and a bad thing that Target is now the place to go and not have to go to both. But it sucks that Walmart is failing so fucking bad that Target is the better option.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Target has always been the better option, I feel.
I grew up
Walmart
with
is like
Target.
Walmart is Walmart. Target is like, ooh, Target. What Target's like Walmart Plus. Walmart's older brother, Target. Ooh, we don't talk about him. He's gone off to college. He's making millions.
I miss our Super Target so bad.
I fucking resent that they took that shit out. I can't imagine how badly it could have been doing for them to get rid of that.
Well, supposedly it was getting robbed so bad that they just weren't making money.
Yeah, no, that shit, unfortunately, can certainly happen. And I will say, especially like in certain areas where there's like a homeless population, that is the biggest driving factor, especially.
But I miss it. I miss it a lot. Like if it was still there, oh my god, my collection would. I would go there all the time.
Mm, if only in a perfect world. I mean, in a dream world, they might build that place back up. You know, it might just be a down the road type thing. The Target in the future, when our kids are able to roam the aisles of Target.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but just like that, I think this podcast can come to an end. I think we're pretty solid.
Yeah, I think this was a lovely time from start to finish. I can't believe we've already made it here. I can't believe now I have to actually use my brain. One more thing before we go.
A little bit of a visit by the camera with the little
And a bit,
Hank.
make me want to throw up. A little bit of bleh, bleh.
Hot, hot. Oh, we got it. Yeah, we got it. Say, we got it. Me and a friend have actually started having an inside joke of, as a reaction, we start quoting the hobo from that movie. Of just being like, um, I'm, like, if any time something weird happens in the game, it's like, I'm being bamboozled. And then they go like, oh, you're going down the railroad path, huh? Have you seen that movie?
It's been a long time. I certainly don't remember a hobo.
You're on top of the train?
I'm
Where
trying
it's
to
like,
remember.
they go on top of the
Like,
train
sounds
with the
kind of-
girl and the conductor, and then he's trying to get to them, and then they fade away, and then the hobo's there, and the whole conversation they're having is just being like, the bad shoulder being like, Santa isn't real because it's not, you can't see it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely only have vague enough memories. But you said he's on top of the train, which rang more bells, definitely.
Yeah, he shows up a couple times. Like he helps when they're in front of the train. He's there
He's
when
played by Tom Hanks, right?
everybody is.
I was just taking a stab at that one. Or like an 85%.
He's physically acted and voice acted by everybody.
Yeah. Even Santa?
Yes, he's
Oh,
Santa.
actually, they got the real Santa Claus to play himself.
Like he's he voice acts the conductor, Santa, the
Little
hobo,
boy.
and he doesn't voice
The
act the little boy, but
No, he
he's
just mocap.
mocaps him. Yeah. And then the know-it-alls voiced by Mandark.
Wow, yeah. That's crazy.
You know what kind of train this is?
Okay, this is maybe random. I think it came together. I kind of liked it at some point. Not my best work. Maybe. It's up to you to judge. Let's see. Double check my syllables here. Here we go. Ready?
Yes.
Episodes will come. The good, the bad, the ugly. We can ride them through. That'll do.
That'll
Number
do, Cam. That'll do.
720,000
I don't
Hydra
know.
Link.
I don't know. I
And a
didn't
movie.
check the number. I don't think I even said the number in the beginning. I didn't play my sound.
That's what happened. That's why we didn't say
play
the
the sound. Okay, first one.
commented before you stuck around to the end and listen to that sound. Now you look like a fool.
Get out! Perfect ending sound. What was the number? 36?
I think it's like 36. 35 or 36.
We only got 14 more till this format dies. And then, I don't know, maybe 4 more and we do a new format. Who knows? But
I'll never tell.
I'll never tell. But who's to say? We'll hope you enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening,
Yeah.
afternoon, whatever the fuck. Maybe you're asleep at this point, and I just
Sleeping in.
told you to get out. We hope
Get
to
up.
see you then. Hope to see you now. Hope to see you yesterday for the next one.
We love you all. Thank you so much for watching this far.
Thank you very
See you
much
next
for
time.
almost 1,000 of you.
So close.
That is
Thank
amazing.
you.
It is
Just
a
mind
dream
blown.
come true.
Appreciate y'all.
See you, chicos.